What's up, all you hepcats? It's me, the Romanos, and I am back with a new movie review. And it's a couple weeks late, I admit that. But thankfully, it's a movie that's still relevant and still in theaters. So, hey, that's cool. As I'm recording this, it is passing the $200 million mark, which, and I think it's gone even further, which it's starting to break some records, of recent records, of a original film, like non-connected to any franchise or sequel, that's been making some good solid money. It's a horror film and has a lot of music to it. And I'm, of course, talking about Sinners from Ryan Coogler. And I am a big fan of this guy. I think Black Panther's still my favorite of the MCU films. Yes, even more than Endgame and blah, blah, blah. I just think he's a remarkably talented filmmaker that understands how to deliver pulpy, fun action while at the same time actually having some real substantial meat within the context of whatever film he's putting together, and he does it in such a satisfying way, and he does it here too. He of course has. Let me get to some cast here. Let's see. We got Michael B. Jordan playing both the twin brothers Smoke and Stack. Haley Steinfeld as Mary. I have to apologize about the pronunciation here. Wunmi Mosiak as Annie. Let's see, Miles Carton as Sammy. Jamie Lawson as Pearline. Delroy Lindo as Delta Slim. What a cool name. Lee Jun Lin as Grace. And let's see, Jack O'Donnell as Remick. Now, there's going to be some light spoilers here. I know some people online have gotten really up in arms about anything mentioned about this film, but I'm sorry, at this point, if you don't know vampires in the movie, I can't help you. So there are vampires in the movie. And what's cool is, I've heard a big inspiration for this film is from Dusk Till Dawn. There's a couple other movies that kind of filter in, and From Dusk Till Dawn does kind of work in this. That's a film from Robert Rodriguez, written by Quentin Tarantino, and it kind of moves in the same kind of thought process. It's at the first half of the film is kind of a crime picture, and you get really involved, and then vampires show up, and that's kind of what's going on here. It's mostly involving brothers Smoke and Stack, and they have moved back to their hometown in the South, and after making a big deal with working with Al Capone and being in the war, and now they have some money and supplies, and they're gonna go back and create a jazz club, the Juke Joint, and start a whole business of their own. They have to buy the place from a Klansman, which I guess during that time it's probably difficult not to buy property from someone involved with the Klan, or maybe now that's still probably a problem. But anyway, it's tense, but they're able to get the place, and you watch them not slowly, it's actually within a couple of days, develop the joint, and get the people they need to play and supply the place and protect it, and all the operations you'd need. And it's really cool watching them piece this together, and you get to see the characters nicely introduced with tracking shots. Get to see their lives, and how they relate to both Smoke and Stack. And I like the visual effects, creating Michael B. Jordan as these two twins, because the effects are nice and subtle. It's not too showy, and I think that's probably the proper way to go, because I feel like if they tried to really show off the effect, it would probably come off a little bit fakey at times. We don't really do that. It's nice and subtle, and to the point where you almost forget. And that's also because of Michael B. Jordan's acting here, where he doesn't do big differences between brothers. I mean, they're twin brothers. They grew up together. They've always been together. So they're not going to be drastically different people. So he I think he finds the subtle differences in both characters, and just the way they physically present themselves. Not so much they talk. He doesn't do anything really dramatically different in the way they speak, but just the way they act, and he goes from a character point. So it's really nicely done. And let's see, and then of course Stanfield's always like fantastic in whatever she does. This I think gives her like a little bit a different type of character to play with, and also deals with the concept of being a mixed race person, and really challenges that. And that's not something I've really seen her perform or deal with in a project actually. At least not of the material I've seen her in. And it's really nice to. And I've heard her do interviews that this is like given her some food for thought actually. So you can definitely see that within the performance. And the Delroy Lindo is like, he's one of those character actors. Like, okay, great, we have Lindo in the movie. Okay, good, we're in good shape. He's awesome. Let's see, Lee Jun Lee. I'm not familiar with her in the past. Let's see, but she has a strong performance as just in her moments of silence. She carries a lot of weight. And Lawson, who I haven't seen her before the Batman film, but I didn't realize it was the same actor who played like the mayor in the Batman movie, because she's just a completely different person here. I'm very much interested in seeing her in more movies. Very good. And of course, our main vampire, let's see, Jack O'Connell as Remick. Jeez, this guy is really interesting. And matter of fact, here's the thing: like the whole film, like builds in this joint, and we get to watch them do it, and we kind of get to root for it. And for those of you who know vampires are coming, that kind of sucks, because you're like getting to really know and like these people and rooting for them to succeed, and the storm is coming. And it doesn't even hint at vampires until they hit. And I gotta say, Jack O'Connell is really great, and I really appreciate how he's written, because he and the other vampires could have very easily, specifically him, he could have easily been a very one-note monstrous character, and he is really interesting. I've seen Master Vampires tons of times, and the way it's done here is this kind of like hive mind setup, but because when he makes vampires that part of his group, he knows what they know, and they know what he knows, and it's very interesting. And he kind of he's an Irishman in the early 20th century, and Irish people for a while dealt with a lot of racism in the latter half of the 19th century and a little bit in the first half of the 20th century. That did all go away when America just accepted them as white. But they did have a bit that they had to go through as well. You kind of see that kind of connection made, and also the fact that he is kind of, in a way, you really think about when he starts taking over some of the people at the joint, he kind of like appropriates music into what he's doing, and he kind of like, as a vampire, not just like living off the blood of others, he's also living off their experiences and who they are and their culture, and absorbing them into himself. Oh boy, that's really clever. And that speech he gives, trying to convince the brothers and everyone else to let him in. That speech he gives is actually kind of convincing. And I'll be honest, like if I was there inside the joint, I wouldn't let him in, but I'd think about it. Like he puts together a pretty strong case, I have to say, and it's really cleverly written. Oh my god. So yeah, I talked about the performances and the way there is a sequence even before the vampires show up. But we know they're vampires. But like one of the coolest things in this movie has nothing to do with vampires and horror. Um, it's this musical scene. I won't really describe it in detail, but it's it takes like a metaphor and visualizes it for us, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's one of the coolest things I've seen in a film in a long time, and I was simply mesmerized by it. And this is a movie that has some cool horror vampire stuff, and my takeaway is this musical sequence. Absolutely wonderful. I am not familiar with Miles Carlton, who plays Sammy, who's kind of the central figure in the story. Uh, but he gives like such a really strong, quiet performance, and he's also like really talented. He has musical chops in this movie, and oh boy, just this movie is excellent. It's probably going down as one of the best movies I've seen this year. Easy. I would definitely. I don't have a ranking list of vampire movies, but this is on the list as far as great vampire movies are concerned. I really love this. I would kind of put this with Coogler's two Black Panther films. Uh, I I'm just really knocked out by it. And Coogler is doing a third Black Panther film, so I am more than just a little excited to see that. I hope maybe if people will kind of like use this as a chance to go take a second look at the second Black Panther film, which I feel like doesn't get as much praise as it should. I think it's an excellent movie, as well as well. I mean, people talk enough about his boxing film, so that doesn't need any help. But holy crap! Of course, I'm going to give this movie 5 out of 5 Ram chips. If you haven't seen it yet, do yourself a big favor and go check this movie out. If you see this video late in the game, it's probably already on streaming or DVD. I recommend it. It's very good. If you're looking for something with a lot of story and visual and there's a lot of character stuff in here. Just amazing movie. I'm a big fan. So hey, 5 out of 5 Ram chips. Go see it. Also, let me recommend something. Let's see. I got in the mail. Let's see. CL Zeno's Drunk Mom. This is an indie comic, and the Kickstarter for issue 2 is coming soon as I record this. And this is pretty funny, and it has elements of humor and drama. It's more drama than you might think. It's about a woman who is a recovering alcoholic and starts doing like superhero stuff, and people start thinking she's fallen off the wagon because she is like late to work a lot. She is like not meeting responsibilities because she's doing like crime busting stuff. And I don't know. This is a pretty entertaining read. Go check it out. I'll put Zeno's link below where you can check out more of his comics. He's got some really good stuff. So, hey, speaking of really good stuff, you can check me out at the links below. I'm on, let's see, what am I? Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, Blue Sky. You can support this channel and Manos Publishing for just $1 a month over at Patreon. Also, at the moment I am recording this, I'm doing a Kickstarter. So you can check out the link below. It's for Red Knight 8, and there are cool rewards for that. I hope you can help and support and back the comic. And you can also check out Manos Publishing to see the other Red Knight comics. I think that's it for now, and I am back, baby. Look for a review in a couple days about the Thunderbolts movie and the new Batgirl comic. I'll be talking about that soon. Push the button, Lindsay.